What's up? 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 Hey guys, so today we are going to talk about boundaries, creating healthy or healthier boundaries. We're going to talk about creating boundaries. Yeah. So I remember a few years ago, I used to always be told that not by everybody, but by a lot of people. People used to come up to me and they used to be like, "You look so mean," or "I always wanted to talk to you, but you look so unapproachable. You just always have this mean look on your face." And I was like, "Who, me?" And they were like, "Yes, girl." And I was like, "Mm-mm." I'm joking. But yeah, I used to get that one too many times from people. But the funny thing is, as soon as they start to talk to me, I was just the sweetest person ever. Like, they could not believe it was the same person they were looking at from across the room. And I used to get that a lot from guys. It was crazy. It was weird. But yeah, so I used to always, and they were right. I've been hearing this for the longest. They were absolutely right. Like, I've always had a not so pleasant look on my face, and I did that to keep people away, people that I didn't want close to me. I purposely did that to keep people away, and that was my way of creating boundaries. The crazy thing is, when you create boundaries that are not healthy, it will sometimes keep the wrong people away from you. People that could be good for you. And, because we're not aware of the unhealthy boundaries that we're creating, it could sometimes not work in our favor. So, yeah. So, because of that, and because I had so many people telling me, I started to think like, maybe there's some truth to this. You know how sometimes you have one person will tell you something and you'd be like, whatever. Then you got two people tell you the same thing and you start thinking like, Then you get the third person tell you the same thing. You're like, maybe it's time for me to start thinking about what they're saying. And then the fourth person tells you and be like, yeah, something is wrong. That was me. That's how I started working on my facial expression. Because I had one too many people tell me. It's funny. I was having a conversation with somebody recently, and they were like, well, just because they tell you that doesn't make it true. Well, I'm wise enough to know that if I have multiple people tell me the same thing, it's some truth to it. And it doesn't make me a bad person. It just means I need to take a look at myself and work on something. And I did exactly that. Ever since that, and, on my journey of becoming a better person and working on myself, I started digging deep and I started paying attention to myself and how I started paying attention to my approach with people, whether it's me, approaching them or they're approaching me. I just always, was intentional about how I look when I sit. I don't want to look so mean anymore. But yeah, so I started working on that. And believe it or not, I started becoming a lot more approachable and a lot more people started approaching me. And, I started to create a warmer atmosphere around me, a more welcoming atmosphere around me. So yeah, so now I didn't appear to be mean anymore. But anyways, yeah. So I learned to create. So before I even get there, so the reason why I was doing that is to create boundary in a way where it would keep people that I didn't want around me away. Unfortunately, I was doing it the wrong way. I just always had this fear or insecurity, if you must say, about being disrespected. I'm not sure where it comes from. I'm working to find out where it comes from. But I've always had this insecurity of being disrespected. And because of that, I just put up this tough exterior to keep people away, like a wall. Like, as soon as I would see somebody who I felt was about to cross a line, I would put that up. And it did work. Unfortunately, it also probably pushed the wrong people away. But anyways, I grew past that. I learned, and I'm working on it. So now I've learned to create healthier boundaries, and now I know how to tell people about my boundaries in a more respectful and approachable way. And how many times have you guys been in situations, whether it's with your friends, your family, your spouse, whoever it may be? You've been in situations where someone keeps doing something over and over and over that irritates the crap out of you. And they keep doing it so much. And that's only because you did not set boundaries with that person. You did not tell that person how you feel about what they're doing. And, we can't blame people or be mad at people for always crossing those boundaries that we set if we're not vocal about them. If you don't tell somebody how something makes you feel, how will they know not to do it? It's very important to create boundaries with people. Be vocal about how you feel, and it will be up to that person to make that choice to either respect your boundaries or you guys part ways. But it's very, very important to create healthy boundaries and be vocal and let people know how you really feel. A lot of times we may think that, we don't want to hurt the person's feelings, or we don't want to lose this friendship, or we don't want our boyfriends or our girlfriends to leave us, or we don't want our family members to be upset with us. But one thing my auntie taught me, and it is true, is like, never put yourself in a position to be uncomfortable just to make somebody else comfortable. Never do that. Your peace of mind and your sanity is the most important thing in this world. Because if you don't have a peace of mind, and if you're not living a healthy lifestyle in terms of, your happiness and, you being contented and all of that, the energy is gonna go off on everything else around you. Don't be hesitant in letting people know your boundaries in a very respectful way, and then always know that at the end of the day, if those people care about you and if those people respect you, they'll also respect your boundaries.